Hey guys, in this video I'll be using the power of video editing to see what it would have looked like if Nick Walker was at the 2024 Arnold Classic. I've put his 2024 New York Pro package up against Samson Dauda and Hadi Choopan to see if he could have potentially won the show. Since the video footage is taken at different angles for their respective shows, there might be a slight discrepancy when looking at their heights. I tried my best though, and cut me some slack guys, as this is the first time I've ever done a video like this. Also, since I've already broken down Samson versus Hadi at the 2024 Arnold, I'll mainly be focusing on whether or not Nick can win each pose. Now, before the video does start, a like and sub would be much appreciated, and if you do want to see videos like this in the future, just please comment and things like that down below. Now, with that all being said guys, let's get into this video. Alright, the first pose, the front double, is a great shot for these three, however there are many differences within their physiques. Samson has the most aesthetic overall shape and structure, presenting amazing lines, great mass, but the worst conditioning and arms. Nick looks great in the upper half, showcasing deep cuts in the abs, the best arms and specifically biceps, but has the worst aesthetics and very lackluster quad sweep. Hadi strikes the best balance of conditioning, size, and shape, as his X-frame and V-taper are phenomenal and he has the best quads out of the three. In my opinion, I think that Nick would beat Samson due to conditioning and superior arms as well, but he can't beat Hadi, as Hadi has better lines, better quads, and similar conditioning. The front lat spread is a much improved pose for Nick, however he definitely is in third place. Hadi and Samson both showcase immense width, have similar tighter waists, and better quads. While Nick does have a great chest, solid delts, massive arms, and great conditioning, the other two look far better in aesthetics and present similar mass and separation. I just feel like Nick's stomach detracts from the other body parts a lot, which would cost him really the pose in my opinion. Here's the side chest, and this is definitely a close one. Nick is super thick and conditioned upstairs while presenting a massive and cut side leg. Like Hadi in the front double, Nick is in the kind of middle ground position between Samson and Hadi, as Samson has a super thick and not finely detailed physique, and Hadi has the super detailed but not very massive one. That being said, Hadi and Samson are great at what they're known for, as Samson dwarfs the other two in the chest and side leg, while Hadi smashes them with conditioning and detail. It's definitely a toss-up between these three, but Nick could definitely win this one, but if he did win, he's definitely not destroying the other two. The back poses should be interesting, as Nick is known for being extremely dominant, while the other two aren't as known for their back poses. That being said, both Samson and Hadi have improved dramatically in the back departments, which is evident by the looks of this comparison. Nick does have great detail separation and width, however his back looks sort of flat compared to Hadi's, while he would definitely beat Samson. I'd say that he also has the best lower body and arms in the picture as well, as nobody has those gnarly hamstrings and his glutes have a Dorian-esque quality to them. This is definitely a pose that comes down to Nick versus Hadi, and in that case I'd probably go with Nick for his better arms, lower body, and quite possibly better back. The rear lat spread is a standout pose for Hadi, no questions asked. Samson and Nick are really just fighting for third and second, as Hadi is so wide, dense, and thick in the back itself. While Nick has better hamstrings and extremely grainy thin skin conditioning, his back isn't nearly as good as Hadi's in my opinion. Samson lacks the glute and hamstring razor sharp detail, and his back looks similar in size to the other two, something that wouldn't be a problem if he wasn't a considerable amount taller than them. Nick definitely pushes Hadi though, as he is similar in width and has great conditioning as well. However, Hadi's back is really something else compared to the other two in this pose. The side tricep is a great pose for all three, however I can immediately tell you that Samson would be last. His overall physique from head to toe lacks the intricate detail that Hadi and Nick have, and his thicker skin hides them further. While you can argue that he has tons of size and that his physique is the most bubbly and full, and it's also pretty aesthetic, I feel like nothing really stands out to me. Hadi and Nick look great though, as both have tight and controlled midsections, and great side legs as well. Nick objectively has the best arm in the entire shot, a great delt, and a good chest. Hadi looks a bit flat, however that midsection is so shredded, and his delt, chest, and arm all look very solid. Personally, I do prefer Hadi overall, however Nick is right up there as well, especially with that phenomenal arm, and overall excellent posing execution. Here's the ab and thigh, and like the rear lat spread, this is a hands down win for Hadi. Look at the abs, taper, overall midsection development, they all go to him. Even his quads look outright massive and cut, with his vacuum variation only furthering the case for an easy win. Samson looks alright, possessing some decent quads, solid abs, and a great taper and structure. However, I'm not a fan of the split in the abs. That being said, he definitely beats Nick, who has a ridiculously wide midsection and not a good taper. I think his abs have split even more than ever, and his waistline has only grown wider. Couple that with the fact that his quads remain virtually unchanged, and you get a relatively bad pose. While many will argue that his conditioning and greatly cut abs can beat Samson, I feel like the flaws now outweigh the positives that he once had. The last pose of this comparison, the most muscular, is definitely a close call between these three. All three are super massive and impressive, so it's going to be difficult to declare a front-runner. That being said, I feel like Samson might be last. Sure, his delts are round, his thickness is undeniable, and his quads may be the largest out of the three. However, he has the least detail compared to the other two. That being said, let me know down below if you agree with this call. Anyways, Hadi and Nick definitely appear to be the favorites, as both have crazy thickness, detail, and separation. Of course, Hadi is the king of cuts and shreds. However, Nick isn't that far off while presenting better arms. Still, Hadi's superior midsection, better quads, and equally impressive arms and chest from a size standpoint may be enough to win. Alright guys, that's about it for this video. In essence, I think that Nick could have defeated Samson at the 2024 Arnold, Ohio. However, Hadi is a different story. I think that Hadi might have been too much for Nick in each pose, like the rear lat spread, ab and thigh, and the front lat spread, and quite possibly in the side poses and the most muscular. All in all, he definitely had an edge over Nick, and therefore I don't think that Nick would have won the 2024 Arnold, Ohio. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed this video, this new style of video comparison, and let me know down below if you guys liked it. With that all being said, I'll see you all in the next one, and thank you, like always, for watching.